Doesn't it look fantastic? It's huge. I really like this truck. Hello everyone, this is Alex and I have some exciting news for you today. Say hello to the new KamAZ. This is my first drive with this truck. Let's see if it starts up. Come with me. And it's alive. So compared to the other KamAZs that I have, this one is quite a new model. This is especially made, this is an especially export model of the KamAZ. So this carries the badge, the Euro KamAZ. Compared to the Russian versions of the same truck, this one has an inline 6 engine, from Cummins. And it's a 6.7 liter diesel engine. If it was up to me, I would definitely take the V8 diesel version, the V8 diesel version of the Russians. But hey, the Cummins is also fine. What I love most about these trucks is that they are all 6x6s that I have, so they are very capable off-road. But today we're going to see how they drive on-road. Perfect. Let's get going now. So we're in the cabin of the KamAZ now. Let's take off and see how it drives. The KamAZ has quite large wheels, and I was told that at the beginning when I start driving right now, then probably the steering wheel will be jumping around a bit, because this truck has been standing here for some time now. A lot of work has been done on it, and the camper was also put in the back over here, because before this truck it didn't have a camper in the back. It actually had a lift in the back to lift people working on street lights, electrical lines and so on. Russian-owned KamAZ engine, and you can already feel that the truck is jumping around a bit. But let's hope it gets better, because we have 150 kilometers to cover today. So let's see. kilometers an hour. Problem here might also be that I put new tires in the front, but I didn't find anyone who could actually balance these tires. So right now no balancing has been done on them, and it's probably quite okay that it's not driving as it should drive. Let's be honest, I would never want to go over 85 in a KamAZ probably, especially since this truck is a 6x6. These ones are never meant to go fast. They're meant to go slow, and they're meant to go through everything that you put in their way. Been driving for maybe about 20 kilometers now, but the issue is that the steering wheel is jumping around quite a bit, and there's no point of driving this one 150 kilometers right now, because when we're taking a longer trip like this, we definitely need to get the wheels balanced. So I have asked many different places, are they willing to do it? But for some reason the KamAZ wheel is a bit bigger and they cannot mount it anyhow. They cannot mount it on this tire balancing bench. But I guess I just have to look around a bit more, and then we can finally go for a longer drive and maybe even take this truck a bit off-road. But doesn't it look fantastic? If only it would drive as good as it looks right now. But hey, we're gonna get it done at one point. But right now we're going to take it to a different place than it was before, and then we'll see what happens next. So let's drive. you know. But still, if you would be driving 150 kilometers like this, it's not going to be a pleasant drive. And I don't want my first memory with this KamAZ to be something that I didn't enjoy. So right now it's just easier for us to take this truck back. Let's find someone who would get the wheels balanced, and then we're gonna take the trip that we planned for today. And you know, the one thing also is that when you're driving at 60, then it's throwing around a lot. When you're driving faster, it smooths out itself. But you know, overall, compared to the older KamAZs, the new one of course drives much better. Everything is so smooth in here and it feels civilized. Can you imagine that I'm telling that KamAZ is feeling civilized? But hey, I can't wait to get this truck running as it should. Because yeah, I like it. You know, I like all the Russian 6x6 trucks. This is definitely the best one of them that I have ever driven in my life. But of course, as I also said earlier, this one already has a modern touch. It has a KamAZ engine, it has an I don't know who produces the gearbox, but it's not Russian anymore. The seating position is much better and so on. I really like this truck. And this brings us to the end of today's video. I think we drove for about 30 to 40 kilometers, and you know, there's no point of driving this truck on tarmac, especially if it doesn't feel right, because you know, look at these tires. These ones, they were not made for tarmac. They were made for mud, sand, you name it. You have to drive it on the field, in the bog. It was never meant to be driven on asphalt at higher speeds. But still, you know, next week I'm definitely trying to find someone who would balance the wheels. And there's a lot of work to be done with this truck anyway, because come look in the back. This is what it looks like. I have cleaned it a bit now, but still it's you know, it's not looking like a place you would actually want to sleep right now. So in the end, the plan is to make it as comfy as possible, so later it would be possible to sleep here. And you know, since this is the Kung of the KamAZ, it's huge. You can pretty much put all your friends inside here and there's still going to be room left. Yep. And you know, this is also where I'm ending the video today. As you can see, this is the new KamAZ. There's a lot of things to be done with it, so we just have to, you know, start from somewhere, and in the end, this is going to be a huge project for me. And yeah, hopefully we can get it done as soon as possible, but of course it's going to take a lot of time. Yes, so if you like this video, leave a like, subscribe. Let me know what you like the most about this new KamAZ. Would you prefer the old one to the new, or the new one to the old? So, I think that's it for today. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!